Old Orchard Beach used to be nice. There's wild Canadians coming down. Cutting loose. They think that LL Bean is their Giorgio Armani. Canadians. They're like, oh, honey, put on some Bean tonight. I'm wearing Bean right now.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Like, you know, all these other countries pick it up and they're all making fun of America and saying we're the gayest army and all this other shit. And he's talking about how it's, you know, like the toughest thing is you've got like, you know, this dog just that doesn't give a shit with drones, just, you know, whatever. And then he goes, if you really think about it, like the gayest army is the toughest army. He's like, just think about like what's scarier than like Hitler's army than like a gay Hitler's army. Like think about how sharp like those guys are.
Oh my gosh.
You know, he goes, but he even goes back further. He goes, just imagine the Vikings and you see the ships coming, you know, and you're standing there and you shudder and you go, oh shit, it's the Vikings. They're here to pillage our towns and rape our wives and daughters. And then all of a sudden you see them run the rainbow flag and you go, shit.
All right, that's good. That's good.
It's a good check moment for everybody. That joke is very deep. It's good. There's a lot of things in there.
Man.
Hey everybody, what's happening with you? What's good? Sean and Brad, A and B show coming at you once again. This time for real, not Sean's recap from last week. No more geriatric moments. If you paid last week, which you probably didn't, because I think I had 3 views and only my mom liked it. Sean recapped our conversation because he didn't hit record. So,
yeah,
back
man,
in the house.
Yeah, like I figured to myself, like nobody really wants to hear me give your viewpoints.
We're already recapping someone else's viewpoints.
Yeah,
and you're recapping my viewpoints.
Let me get Brad's viewpoints on that. That was completely my blonde moment there, which I think a geriatric moment should, like, you know, when you get older, that's the new blonde jokes.
Yeah, it depends.
Geriatric jokes.
Get it?
It depends. Oh my god. He's been saving that all week.
And with that, it just came to me. So, folks, super excited. I know you haven't heard from me in a while. Been doing some things, enjoying the summertime.
Los Angeles.
Been doing some stuff. I've been everywhere. I've been doing all kinds of fun stuff. Been to LA a couple times. Hey, maybe you know that, though. I think I've been here since then. Anyway, spent a lot of time with my family. Spent a lot of time doing some stuff. Excited about football season. We broke down all the divisions that you didn't get to hear. It's on tape, so you don't get to hear my fantasy picks and who I thought was going to be the breakout player of the year that Sean was going to write down. But guess what? I bet he didn't.
I said Sam Darnold. I did.
Oh, look at you.
I said it. I said Sam Darnold. Yeah. Credit Brad Touch.
Listen to that. We'll see how it goes. Anyway,
I pay attention to you every now and then. I mean, there's stuff that I just go, what in the world? But every now and then you have a good golden nugget, and I listen to it.
Anyway,
you know.
And the other thing today, the Bosa brothers. I don't know which one it is. They're like the Jonas brothers. They're just universal. Joey or Nick? Which one got picked? Which one got paid today? Joey, Nick. The 49er Bosa brother.
Oh, that's Joe. That's Nick. That's Nick.
Nick Bosa got paid today. 2 things, I think, got, paid in a way that last week we talked about how running backs could be paid on value. And clearly Bosa is paid on value, which is a 10-game season because that's all he plays.
Yeah, but let's face it. I mean, his defense is very good at what he does.
And what do we know? Defense wins championships.
It does. Like, I mean, there's no... I mean, look at Seattle. You had Russell Wilson, and you had the Legion of Boom.
A young Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
I mean...
That's always a thing, right? Russell Wilson never felt like that was his championship because that wasn't his
Because, I mean, really, he was like the Brock Osweiler, really. Like the Niners comparison.
That might be a step too far. You mean Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
Brock Osweiler.
Purdy, not Brock Osweiler. I saw him on college. That's why he just came to my head. Brock Purdy is what I meant. Okay. Yeah, that's
well, they didn't win with Brock Purdy.
All right. Another geriatric moment. We'll just throw that up in there. I turned 51 this year.
Yeah.
Can you believe that? That's right. A week.
Happy birthday.
Like a week and a half ago.
Still haven't trimmed your nose hair. Sean! Trimmed his beard up. Got a real nice separation. A little higher with the trimmer.
Woo! You know it's getting real when that's happening. Hey, all right. So we went through our divisional, who we think are going to win the divisions.
Yeah.
But right now, right off the bat, right? So we did our draft, our fantasy draft last Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. No,
Right.
last Friday. And I got Travis Kelce in the first round. First week.
Were you excited about getting Travis Kelce?
I was very excited. And first week, he is questionable for Sunday's matchup.
At least the ACL's intact.
Or Thursday's matchup. Yeah, that means what? 2 weeks? Probably 2.
Maybe he's superhuman.
3.
He might play tomorrow.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
You know, but the thing is that, let's face it, okay. So I was having a look at this. There's a couple games that like jumped off to me right off the bat. And originally it wasn't Lions-Chiefs, but now Lions-Chiefs looks more and more interesting on Thursday night. Like I was thinking, last season, Amazon had Thursday Night Football, and all they showed was trash. Jeff Bezos could only get trash on Thursday Night Football. But this one might be a different story this week. I don't know. What say you? What say you on it?
I mean, it's interesting. We'll see. I don't know that the Lions can stop anybody. Like still, so.
Yeah, without Travis Kelce.
Look for a high-scoring affair. I don't know that it matters with Patrick Mahomes. I think he could throw to you and I and whoever else, and we could probably score points. Not often.
That is still a professional football team out there on the other side, Detroit Lions. I mean, it's not that bad. Where a high school team would come out and beat them. There are some college teams.
I mean, receivers. If you had a professional lineman and a quarterback, and just need receivers.
Yeah. Speaking about college, did you see Duke defeat Clemson?
No.
You didn't see that?
You know why? Because I hate both those schools, and I'm not going to give them any ratings.
I'm just saying, man.
I noticed that's what happened. What I did see was Deion Sanders take Colorado into TCU and whoop that ass.
His son, something else.
That's a better story.
That is a great story. But I wanted to get into that one afterwards, but no. Just like, no.
Yeah. I thought we were talking about professional football.
We are. I just
because I razzed you about not knowing college football the other day?
I got sidetracked.
Yeah,
I got sidetracked.
I like it.
All right, so Lions, Chiefs. I mean, what say you? Chiefs, 2 scores.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, I'd like to know what the line is. I'd like everyone to know that Sean just has the schedule pulled up on Bing, which is his browser of choice, apparently.
Well, on this computer.
And not even on ESPN or any official website, just the Bing search engine. And it just says that Kansas City is favored to win with no point spreads because Bing doesn't support gambling, apparently. So, Sean, who do you think wins, Sean?
I'm saying the Chiefs. I'm saying the Chiefs. 2
Good.
scores.
By 2 scores?
Yeah. I'm leaving my schedule up here. You can make fun of me all you want.
Leave the schedule.
You could bring up the stats of the betting line there. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Kansas City's favored by 4.5.
4.5.
Yeah. So you're in the wheelhouse.
I was in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
I said
you'll
2
be
scores.
in the money and the money line. You'll be good.
Yeah. I think it's too much. Too much for the Lions to come out there week 1, go face as defending Super Bowl champions.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. I think I like Kansas City, but not by two scores. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. Kansas City it is. Moving on.
All right. So then Sunday, a whole bunch of games on the
Sunday.
We're looking at the Titans and the Saints. So the Titans going to New Orleans.
New Orleans giving away 3 points there. So Titans favored by 3.
At home. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, it's a different New Orleans Saints. Really, I mean, like Alvin Kamara is hard to say when he's getting old.
He's also suspended.
Mm-hmm. Your quarterback is brand spanking new yet again.
Yeah. And it's Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas maybe is healthy.
Yeah. I mean, for them not even to get points at home, it's like that's just sad. Yeah. No, Saints.
I guess they're getting points. They're getting 3. They're giving 3. So
giving 3. They're giving 3, and they're at home.
Yeah.
And Titans aren't that much better.
Yeah. It's a field goal game.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
I think Tennessee wins.
I think Tennessee wins as well. because it's just going to be
Tennessee has their own question marks, right? I mean,
yeah, but if they could hold on to that ball and just dominate the play time, I think they'll be all right.
I think that you hit it on the head there. It's possession. Tennessee has a better defense. So
so that happens.
Roll with those folks.
Exactly.
You know what was nice about the preseason, and that maybe is why I'm a Tennessee homer for some this year, is that Mike Vrabel, the Tennessee head coach, assigned a defensive coordinator or offensive coordinator, some kind of coordinator, right, to be the head coach de facto during the preseason to give those guys reps at what it was like to coach the team from the top. Then he took over their role as the coordinator.
That's smart.
Pretty cool.
That's
right?
smart.
Get those guys ready for the next level, right? That's a good. We've never really seen that before.
Yeah.
A head coach being like, "Hey, man, I know you have aspirations to be a head coach. Why don't you go ahead and take this practice game and be the head coach, and I'll fill your role in."
Well, what is Vrabel?
I think that's great.
Vrabel's part of Bill Belichick coaching tree, isn't he? So I mean, it doesn't surprise me too much that that tree is just going to keep on blossoming fruit.
Bunch of smart guys.
Yeah. Then we got the Bucks going into Minnesota.
Minnesota's given 5.5, folks. If you're like-minded.
So
interesting thing here, right?
Baker Mayfield
for the Buccaneers. Otherwise, Buccaneers bring back relatively the same team that they left with last year, playoff team. Mm-hmm. Minus the great Tom Brady, in some people's opinions.
Yeah,
most people's opinions.
I think Tom Brady made a good choice to step down. I think with this one here, I mean, see, Minnesota's getting what, 5.5? Yeah. So they're playing at home. And it's hard to go against the Vikings at home. But Baker Mayfield on a first game on a first team, he shows up.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, he's trying to get that Progressive commercial back.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. So I want to go with the Bucks by 3. I'm going to go by the Bucks by 3. That's why I'm going to go against the betting line here.
Yeah. Against the betting line. Yeah, I think I'm not going to bet against Captain Kirk. I've been watching that quarterback show on Netflix. Love it. He's too much for me this year. So
we'll have to see. Now this is an interesting one coming up: the Cardinals and the Commanders.
It's not interesting at all.
You don't like it, eh? You don't like the matchup? Wow.
I don't like the matchup. I don't like either team.
Wow.
I think Sam Howell, is that his name? Sam Howell? That doesn't sound right. What's his name? The quarterback for the Commanders? The new quarterback for the Commanders?
Yeah.
It's Sam Howell, right?
It is.
Yeah, this sounds weird.
Yeah.
Because we haven't said it a whole
bunch.
bunch.
Thurston Howell III.
Yeah.
From Gilligan's Island.
Yeah. He's gonna,
Lovey!
Yeah. He's going to treat
Lovey!
the Cardinals.
Lovey! I'm going to throw a touchdown, Lovey.
Yeah. Thurston is going to go in there and whoop some ass.
Wow.
They are not good, but the Cardinals are worse. So
Cardinals got problems.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for a quick nap on Sunday morning,
that's the one. That's the ticket.
Your game.
All right, I'm going to tell you right now, this game interests me because the 49ers are going up against Steelers in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, whatever, they're still tough at home, but the Niners to me is right now, and I hate to say it, is the perfect football team assembled right now. In my opinion, that's the perfect football team assembled right now.
Okay.
So I don't know what the betting line is, but I'm going
bold choice.
I'm going Niners.
San Francisco's giving 2.5.
So they have 2.5.
Yeah.
And I'm saying they're going to win by 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is probably 2 of the best defenses in the league.
Absolutely. But I think
that's going to be a 2-score game.
I think I do.
Interesting.
I do.
In Pittsburgh. You did see Mike Tomlin bought his whole team Black Air Force Ones?
Hey man, I saw that. I get it.
You're aware of what that means?
Yeah, I get it. I'm just saying. As a matter of fact, though, why don't you explain it to the viewers?
Black Air Force Ones are synonymous with ass kicking. If you ever see a guy walking down the street and he's got a pair of Black Air Force Ones, you should not mess with said man. That man is there for violence and violence only. And Mike Tomlin bought his whole team Black Air Force Ones.
All right.
I would say, a lot of the Steelers' hopes and dreams rely on second-round pick Kenny Pickett, third-round pick Kenny Pickett. He played a little bit last year.
He played a little bit, but he was good.
Yeah. He came on. He was better than Trubisky in the middle of the year. Came on, and if he took a leap forward, well, he almost gave Josh Allen a run for his money in training camp. I think if he took a step forward, we'll see what they have. They've got some phenomenal players on offense. If they can put it together, we'll see.
I mean,
I think it's a tough test.
But the Niners have they have weapons all over that offense, and their defense is stout.
Yeah.
That's why I'm there. It's like insert quarterback here. Jimmy Garoppolo looked as good as he did and got the money he did because he played on the Niners.
Sure. But Jimmy Garoppolo's not there.
No, he is not.
Brock Purdy is.
Yes, he is.
Game 1.
Yes, he is.
Coming
yes,
off of the UCL. He's played 7 games.
I'm telling you though, Brock.
How does he respond? I'm just counterpoint. I'm just saying, how does he respond to coming back from injury and energy? Opening day, first opening day for him as a starter. Actual tape for someone to get developed to it.
I think it'd be fine.
It might be. I'm going Pittsburgh.
I think it'd be fine.
I'm just going Pittsburgh.
All right, there we go. I like it. All right, then we got the Bengals and the Browns.
Ooh, starting out division high.
It's like
Cincinnati given 2.5.
And I can't. I mean, how can I go against that? You got weapons all up and down there.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson hasn't proven himself yet. Yeah,
No.
I'm going with the Bengals.
You know, on paper, this is maybe to your point about the 49ers. On paper, the Browns are a very well assembled football team.
Yes, they are.
Fantastic defense. They got some really great weapons offensively. Running game is fantastic. Fantastic offensive line. Allegedly a great quarterback. And we've seen him be a great quarterback.
We have seen
and not be injured.
Yeah.
That's the thing about Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. Hey, if you
He's
just
a
keep it in
terrible
his
person.
pants. Keep it in
He's
his
a terrible
pants,
person.
right?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, that he should be in jail. Like I'm trying to make light of something that shouldn't be made light of, I guess, at the end of the day. But I mean, that guy, he's getting his second chance. I don't know, man.
Well,
it's
due process and
yeah.
They wasn't found guilty, so I guess that's what
There
he
you
said.
go. There you go.
But if he is a level that he was in Houston, that Cleveland team is dangerous.
Absolutely.
And if Joe Burrow's not 100% healthy,
It could be a one score game.
That might be the game of the week.
Yeah.
That might be L. McPherson. It's not his name, but that's what I like to call him. The kicker for Cincinnati. He's a supermodel kicker. No, that's the kid from LSU that kicked the field goal.
Exactly, yeah. And he goes and he just follows Joe Burrows. He's like, I love you, man.
Yeah.
I love you, man.
It was like he kicked the game winner to go to the AFC Championship. And he's like, hey, coach, you won the AFC Championship. And ran out and made the kick. Oh, you got to have a sack. You got to be a supermodel. L. McPherson. I try to draft him in every league.
Oh, my gosh. Did you get him this year?
Yeah, I think just about, yeah.
All right.
The only one I didn't get him in because Justin Tucker was available. And I was like,
Panthers.
even when supermodels are available, you still got to go Justin Tucker.
I know. 64 yards is hard to argue with. It's
Old
like,
reliable.
It's like, geez.
Old reliable.
All right. Panthers versus the Falcons.
Oh, sorry. Panthers, Falcons?
Yeah.
This is a terrible matchup, too.
Terrible matchup.
Atlanta's giving away 3.5. What are you going to see from Desmond Ryder, the Atlanta quarterback there? Like, who knows?
I don't know.
Right? Kyle Pitts is the tight end that they seem to hate, even though they drafted him high. They just ignore him.
Drafted him high.
Drake London, great receiver, right? He's going to get his yards. They've got Bijan Robinson, great spread on sandwiches.
I don't know.
It's like the second coming of OJ before OJ went crazy. That's what they're making him out to be, right? He's supposed to be the superstar running back in a league devoted of running back that matters, and this is the guy that's going to be the savior.
I don't think so. I mean, you got the Panthers with their first round pick.
Yeah,
Stroud.
CJ
Stroud is I think he's got the goods.
Yeah,
I think the Panthers win this by a field goal.
I don't disagree with you. I think maybe by more. I'm not buying what the Atlanta Falcons are selling.
We'll have to see.
In any stretch of it, I just don't buy it.
So then you're on board with me then. The
Yeah,
Panthers
I'm
win.
saying I ain't buying by more.
Yeah.
You said a field goal. I
said field goal. You said by more. Okay.
Yeah.
Texans and the Ravens in Baltimore.
Maybe the biggest spread of the week so far. Baltimore's giving 9.5. Feels like a college football game breaking out over there.
I think we have to see what the Texans
think it's short.
have.
I think they're selling them short.
I think so too. We have to see what they have. I think that Houston could be the most exciting team in the league this year.
That still has a shot for the number 1 pick.
Either or. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
I think they're the most competitive team that doesn't win games this year.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, must. Gosh, man, I cannot talk today. Must see football.
Yes.
Right, every week. There'll be
Maybe not
something
the
that
greatest
happens.
record.
Right, 2 wins.
Yeah.
3 wins. Right,
Yeah.
but it always coming down to it, losing in crazy ways, big plays happening, being competitive in games they have no business being in. All those things. Michael Ryan's huge fan. Love that guy. I think they're doing great. Like they're set up really well. Lovie Smith did a fantastic job last year.
He
Getting
sure
them
did.
ready to go.
He sure did. Yeah, and that's I'm interested. I'm interested to see what happens there. I am. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, they're set up really well.
Yeah.
I think next year is a bigger year for them. This year is a year for them to be
I'll be looking at that
competitive, but yeah.
Then we got the Jaguars.
I think the Ravens win. I don't think they cover the spread.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Like they paid
Hands
Lamar
a
all
lot.
that money. We're gonna see OBJ. We're gonna see that experiment there. Baltimore is not exactly like falling apart.
Yeah, Zay Flowers is a little receiver they got out of Boston. Now they have 2 wide receivers to go with Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
They got a couple running backs. J.K. Dobbins is allegedly healthy, coming back off that ACL. They have a fantastic line again. And that offense is prolific if they're healthy.
It's exactly it.
That defense is stout as ever.
I will never go against Baltimore, but I think that honestly that Houston is not somebody to be
I
walked
100%
over.
agree with you.
Yeah.
I think they win. I mean, you remember last year, the ACL bug was in Baltimore. They lost like 6 people to ACLs during training camp.
Yeah.
They lost both starting corners and a safety and a running back.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So it's going to be interesting because this is the 3rd season now, but there's the three preseason games and then going right in. So we'll see if players have got used to it, their bodies got used to it.
Yeah. Well, no one's playing anyone. That's interesting too, right? There's a lot of teams that don't play their starters.
Yeah.
They've seen a handful of starters play 8 plays, 2
That's exactly
series.
it.
So we'll see. We'll see how the first week is a little bit rough.
Jaguars Colts. This is a good one.
You think so?
I think so. I think the Jaguars take it. I honestly do. I think Indianapolis, though, they're going to try to fight back.
Yeah, Jacksonville's another up and comer.
Yeah. I think that Jacksonville, after last season, you have to do something more now in order to progress from that last season.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
but they started off they
started off horrid last year.
Well, I mean, going into the offseason, starting off so well because they finished so well.
Absolutely.
Right? They made a lot. This year, what Houston's going to do is what Jacksonville did last year. I think.
That would be a success for Houston. If that's
Right? Because Jacksonville wasn't necessarily terrible last year on the field. They just got whooped.
They turned it around, though. They turned it around at some point, and it's just like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah, they started to click.
So you can't count them out. And they're going into Indianapolis. I don't know what the score, the line is on that. I'm saying Jacksonville, though, field goal.
Jacksonville's 5.5.
5.5.
5, I guess.
All right. So now we got the Packers and the Bears. This is the game we don't know what we're going to be looking at. We have Jordan Love and Justin Fields, and this is supposed to be a hated rivalry. And we have quarterbacks here.
Chicago is giving a point.
And I believe it, because there's nothing in Green Bay that makes me sit there and say, oh yeah, Green Bay's got the edge on this. Nothing.
No. Or nothing, I guess, the opposite leg. There's nothing that says Chicago.
No, that's exactly it. This is decided by a fumble. It's
the last quarterback to throw a pick 6.
That's
like,
it.
Something.
Like that's it. It's gonna be whoever makes the biggest mistake is gonna lose the game. Yeah. Whoever capitalizes is gonna win. Then we got the Eagles.
I don't even think they have to capitalize. I think it's whoever makes the mistake.
But you have to make the mistake. You got to get points off of it, though. You can't just.
Yeah, but you have a dumb lineman just fall on it. That's not capitalizing. You know what I mean?
No, capitalizing though is then making that into points.
Yeah, but if you fumble with the one and like you just fall on the ball and fall in the end zone, like you didn't capitalize on
You capitalized, yeah, absolutely.
You were in the
right
way.
place at the right time. That's it.
Okay. Everyone loves a fat guy.
Then we got the Eagles and the Patriots. Eagles and the Patriots.
Yep. Philly giving 4.
Yeah, and how can you
Do you see any way where the Philly doesn't blow the doors off this?
Yeah, it's
4 is too short.
Yeah, it's done deal. Three touchdowns.
I would give you the Ravens spread in
9.5?
this game
Yeah.
before I would give it that other team, to the Texans. You know
When
what I
you
mean?
think about 9.5, you're basically really, if you go over that, that's a huge.
In the NFL?
Yeah. So
A 2-score game in the NFL is not.
it's
that
not common. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
I don't know what. I know we've said this a handful of times in our 100 and something episodes. Bill Belichick is a genius.
Yes, he is.
This is the first time where I've watched him in this quarterback situation where he cut all the quarterbacks but one, and then brought back 2 on the practice squad that I thought maybe he lost it. I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. It doesn't sit well in your locker room, I can't imagine. It doesn't show good leadership. I don't know what the deal is.
But he's
you know
also,
what I'm saying?
He's also Bill Belichick.
I know.
Who's questioning him? It's like,
Me right now,
Yeah,
but not out loud, right?
But
I'm
nobody
just-
in the organization is going to Bill.
If
what are you
anything,
doing?
if I was in the organization, I would write it on a post-it note and fold it up maybe in the corner so
Bill,
someone else could see it.
What are you doing?
I wouldn't say that. Even if I was Robert Kraft, I wouldn't say that. I would just be like,
It's true. It's true. A little side eye.
let's recount my rings. It's worked so far.
Now we got the Rams and the Seahawks. I mean,
What do you want me to say? You know what the answer is.
I know the answer to this too. I mean, I'm saying Seahawks as well. I'm giving it my
Cooper
3.
Kupp.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the Seahawks, they got progressively better, I think, with their
Seahawks
draft.
5.5.
5.5. That's a healthy spread.
Yeah. Considering that we
healthy
don't usually
spread.
beat the Rams.
Usually, and not at home either.
No.
Yeah.
So, rolling the dice here, folks. Give me Seattle.
Now, I'm saying Seahawks as well, but the Rams have come in there and made fools out of us.
Yeah.
It's like-
No more Jalen Ramsey for the Rams.
yeah, that's true.
You
That's
know,
true.
Just they've been decimated. They had to give up so many players.
It's a shell of the team that it was.
They were gonna. I mean,
Yeah.
Cam Akers is their running back. I know I'm scared of
Yeah.
Cam Akers. I'm not scared of Cam Akers. I'm certainly
Yeah.
not scared of Matthew Stafford and half his arm,
yeah.
or his wife who's on TV today and he can't relate to the younger players on the team. Like, man, even if it's not true, bro, listen, it's real. Like, can you imagine if you worked for someone and you're like, you say you just work in the office, and then you're out to eat and you just overhear your boss's wife in the bar telling everyone how your boss can't relate to your coworkers, right? That's bad as it is.
Yeah.
Now just imagine that's a football team and she's talking about 20-somethings.
Oh, for crying out loud! Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not
Well,
well.
already, you got these Gen Z.
I don't know.
Gen Z. That's what they're called. You got these. They're not even millennials anymore. They're Gen Z. Anyways, you got these kids now, and quite honestly, I mean, they are different. But Matthew Stafford is not a Gen Xer.
No, he's a millennial.
He's a millennial. What are you talking about? You can't talk.
I don't understand that it's always looking at their phones. Come on, Matthew. Brother, you were in Detroit for 9 years.
Maybe they didn't have that technology there.
They did.
No, they didn't have that
I've
technology.
seen the commercials. He's on the Little Caesars commercials and all that stuff. I've seen him.
What? Little Caesars?
With his
Who cares?
phone in his
With
hand.
phone in his
I know
hand?
he
It
was
a
on
prop.
it. Maybe. I'm just saying.
And then Chunky Soup is going to be all out of the field there too with with our favorite head coach over there.
Yep, old Sean McVay, losing his hair. Sean McVay, he got retired and was like, you know what? Or married. He was like, I got to retire. Got to go to TV. I think Matt Stafford saw Matty Ice go to TV and was like, you know what? It's better than getting hit. We'll see. We'll see how it shakes out. I don't think.
All right, what do you think of the
think
Dolphins and the Chargers? Dolphins and the Chargers.
What do I think about it?
Yeah. I think Chargers win.
Do you?
Yeah.
Elliott's given 3 points, which at home is a standard coin flip of the game.
Which is what I think it is too.
I don't know. Do you think the Chargers can stop anybody on defense?
Yeah, but do I think that Tua is the guy that's going to end up bringing it?
Does it matter?
I don't know. Tyreek
It's
Hill.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Well,
I get
how
it.
do you cover both of
I
them?
get it. You don't. But you're also dealing with the Chargers here. They have a quarterback there as well.
They do.
Like they have a quarterback there.
Yeah, tell them.
You know. I'm just saying.
I think that your point about Baker Mayfield's stance for Tua.
Probably.
Unless Nick Bosa or Joey Bosa
Joey on the Chargers
lands on the first quarter, I think Tua throws for 3 touchdowns.
There we go.
I think Dolphins win going away.
Oh, all right. So we're on different sides on that. Raiders, Broncos. Oh, I know you loving this match.
I love the division right out of the gate.
Yeah.
Love it. I like the Las Vegas Raiders in a big way. Spoil Sean Payton's homecoming.
Yeah?
Expect the Boo Birds to be out in Denver again.
Wow.
Booing the home team.
Oh, wow.
Love it.
I think Denver wins this one.
Do you?
I
You don't
do.
think Jimmy Garoppolo comes out and just throws it all
I think
over the place?
Garoppolo has a good game, but I think Russell Wilson's got something to now prove this season. So yeah, I think they win. I think
You
they
don't
win.
think because Sean Payton told him to stop politicking and kissing babies, you think they lit a fire in Russell? It's a serious
Maybe.
question.
I think so. I think Russell knows that this
I think
is it.
Russell is at the Cherry Hill Mall right now kissing babies.
You think so?
Yeah, Sierra's looking out, make sure Sean Payton's not watching.
All right, this is another one. We're at odds here. I think that the
Give me the
Broncos-
Raiders.
Yeah. Then we have the Cowboys and the Giants. Woo. Yeah, rivalry again.
Dallas at 3.5.
Yeah, and so we're looking at that Dallas 3.5. Eh? I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think it's the Dak Bowl. I think Dak goes in and throws for some stupid
Yeah,
like
then he
500
shot
yards
his ankle.
and 5
first week.
touchdowns. Yeah, he's going to play really well the first 4 weeks of the season. And all the Cowboy folks are going to unpack their bags and take out their Chinaware and, get their walkers out of the closet and dust that off. And put the sparklers on it so they can see, and shuffle it around, and they get the blue tennis balls on the bottom of the walker.
It's funny because like Dallas fans, they remind me of like I have an affinity to them because they remind me of like me as Maple Leafs fan, right?
Yeah, same colors.
Yeah.
Same attitude.
But they're nice fans. They're good people. You know which fans I don't like? Philadelphia fans.
Yeah.
They're like the worst people on the planet.
But it's the opposite. Philadelphia fans will help you out. Like, they'll cuss at you, but they'll help you out. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And Dallas fans will, like, wave at you and say, like, God bless you. As they, like, splash you with a puddle. You know what I mean? Like, you have, like, a flat tire on the side of the road, and, like, the Philly fan will pull it behind you, and he'll get out, and he'll tell you how dumb you are, and kick you to the side, and, like, help you change your tire. And a Cowboys fan will drive by and wave out the window of his warm car, God bless you, and splash you in the puddle as he goes
splash
by.
you too.
And gets you both wet.
See, I would have actually accepted the God bless you and letting him drive off because I don't know if somebody's helping me, but he's cussing me out. I'm gonna have like a little anxiety from that. I don't know.
You get it, but you get back in your warm car.
Oh, that's kind of true.
Would you rather have a God bless you and a puddle splash, or a cuss out and a tire fixed? I mean, personally, I'm just going to fix my tire.
Tomato. Yeah,
For you.
exactly, right?
For you.
Yeah, for me.
For you.
All right. Glad
I don't
you
know if
clarified
Canadian
that.
driver's ed, they have you fix tires.
I'm glad you clarified that. Oh my gosh. But you know
they
what?
even had driver's ed when you went to maybe they just issued a legal learner's permit. I don't know.
We had to write it out in stone. It was all right.
Using your thumb.
Yeah. All right. Then on Monday, September 11th. That's crazy.
This is a giant miss
Yeah.
by the NFL, by the way.
With the Bills and the Jets?
It's a giant miss.
You would have done the Giants, right? Yeah. I agree with you as well.
Yeah, this should be Giants-Jets.
Yeah. I agree.
Every September 11th game should be Giants-Jets.
Yeah. They got it wrong. I will agree with you there, too. I mean,
But it's not. It's Bills-Jets.
Bills-Jets.
At least it's 2 New York teams. I guess that's fair.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to get the money. Because let's face it, Aaron Rodgers against Josh Allen is...
No one doesn't watch Monday Night Football. It's not Thursday night. We've all grown up on Monday Night Football, Sean. Listen, some people will not watch Thursday Night Football, right? The casual football fan will not watch Thursday Night Football. Casual fans watch Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Everyone watches Monday night.
That's
no
true.
one cares what the matchup is on Monday night. We all watch Monday Night Football. We all talk about it. We go to bed Sunday night dreaming about it.
Yeah, but
We
are
wake up
you
Monday.
not
We
looking
go to
at this?
work.
Okay, so last Monday night, Buffalo came out and put a hurt into the Los Angeles Rams. So this Monday night, it's the Jets.
On Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
It was preseason. It had more ratings than the Stanley Cup Finals.
What?
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I think you're making that up, by the way.
I bet it's close.
Yeah, probably not.
I bet it's close.
Probably not.
I'm just saying it doesn't matter. I'm just saying, as America goes, and I know that you can't really, this. You just got to just take my word for this.
Yeah.
As a full-time American.
Am I a part-timer now? Is that it? Yeah, I'm a part-time American.
I don't know how else to frame it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go.
I mean, I know you are, but you're also not. You know what I mean? Like. I don't want to get into the details of it, but you know what I'm saying? Nothing would unite the country more in a time that we need it than to have the New York City football Giants that play in New Jersey play the New York football Giants or Jets that also play in New Jersey play on September 11th and leave the actual New York playing Buffalo Bills out. That would unite America. I know that doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in a patriotic way.
I hear what you're saying, but it's still they're keeping it in the state.
Open the borders.
They're keeping it in the state.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
tri-state here.
That's it. They're keeping it there.
Anyway,
oh man, well,
back to the game at hand.
This is my favorite part because we get to talk about this, and then every week we get to see it and see what we got right, see what we got wrong.
Are we going to talk about the Bills and Jets or no?
Bills and Jets. Bills win.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on.
Buffalo's a 2.5 point underdog or favorite.
2.5 favorite, and that's at home in New York. Well, New Jersey.
Yeah. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to lose his first game?
Yeah, I do. I don't think. I mean, he brought over Randall Cobb. He's trying to get himself all
Here
comfortable.
comes the ghost of Joe Namath.
Wow.
He brought over Randall Cobb. If you'd have been like, he brought over Devontae Adams, I'd have been like, that's a fair point.
You didn't bring over Devontae Adams.
I know you did. That's not what you said, though. You said he brought over
Randall Cobb.
With the same energy that you should have said.
He's going to lose. Then he's going to lose against Buffalo. They're going to lose. They're losers.
All right.
This year, no, not for the Jets.
Okay, keep talking. I gotta show you something while we're here.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, I say Buffalo. I say Buffalo by a touchdown.
Okay.
Rivalry.
Oh, because it's in the division?
Exactly.
Okay. I have to show you this.
All right. What am I looking at here?
Just hold on just 1 second. You watch this. Here's the thing, folks, is that Josh Allen is not going to be the same quarterback that he was. And not in Sean's mind. Will he beat Aaron Rodgers on a national stage? He does not remember who Josh Allen is, but more importantly, does not remember who Aaron Rodgers is on prime time. Aaron Rodgers does not lose on prime time. Stamp the Jets. If this was a Sunday game,
That's
Buffalo wins.
That's not
Sunday
true.
game, Buffalo wins. It's not a Sunday game. It's a Monday night game.
Seattle beat Green Bay on a Monday night game.
I'm glad you're willing to say that. There's a bunch of other people that would disagree with you. Listen, that call was so bad that it ended the referee.
Seattle beat them, didn't they?
I'm just saying.
They beat them on Monday nights.
They did. But the call was so bad the strike was ended the next day. That's all I'm willing to say about it. The record shows that Seattle won that game on primetime. I'm just saying that coincidentally, the referee strike ended the next day.
All right.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. All right, moving on. Hey guys, you should be listening to what we're giving you there as far as the point spreads, everything like that. If you're going to gamble, make educated decisions on that. But honestly,
Be smart.
yeah, looking forward to this. This is going to be great.
Put down as much money as you can spend. Don't spend your kids' diaper money or the other stuff.
No,
You're
don't be.
saving up for a wedding ring, they'll spend that shit. It's money well spent.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there we go. All right, NHL is right around the corner. I just saw a meme today saying that when I see the NFL starting, that means that NHL preseason is just around the corner. So anyways, it is. The regular season is just around the corner.
You chubby in your flannel sleepwear.
So
Is that what happens? The NFL logo flashes up and the lumberjacks just like, it's almost hockey season, Marge.
hey, listen, this year I'm going to go see Connor Bedard play the Seattle Kraken. I'm looking forward to that, November 11th. I'm going to try to go see the Leafs play the Kraken. That'd be good. Fun fact: Seattle is considered the most fun team to watch coming up that they're anticipating for the 2023-2024 season.
Yeah.
Now, the Kraken are going to be the most fun. And the Kraken didn't do a lot of moves. They didn't do a lot of moves this offseason.
No one throws a party like Seattle. I've been telling you this.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, they have Shane Wright, who's like seasoning very well. You got Matty Veneers. You got Jared McCann. Your team...
If we get a goaltender, we'll be in business.
You have a goaltender.
We do not. Go watch the playoffs.
You know. But how do you feel about the Leafs taking over Martin Jones?
I think it's a terrible idea for them.
For the Leafs?
Yeah.
Listen, Martin Jones, if you had to look at his numbers, it's hilarious. Because if you had to look at his wins and losses, it was amazing. But then you look at the save percentage, it's like, what the?
Yeah.
8-8? Like 8-8-0, 8-8-9, something like
Good
that?
until he's not.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
You know. But
Still better than Phil and Grubauer.
Grubauer's the one that won you the games into the playoffs.
He's the one that didn't lose the games.
All right.
6-5 still not a hockey score. I mean, I get it's a hockey score, but like it shouldn't be a hockey score.
And so we're looking at that. I think that there's like a science experiment that's happening in Pittsburgh. We'll see what happens there. The Leafs, I think they're number one in the Atlantic.
As always.
No, well, I mean, the thing is that...
How many years out of the last 51 have you not thought that the Leafs were number one?
Of course, I mean, you know, but I'm just saying.
How many?
Yeah. No. There were seasons I knew that they were not winning anything.
How many would you say it out loud, though?
Oh, there's plenty. I can't give you...
Stop.
I can't. Because I could probably count on one hand when I didn't say it. That's what I'm saying. It's probably more easier to say when they weren't going to win it than when they're going to win the division.
Because it never happened.
Whatever. Anyways, the Leafs are in a good area right now in order to take that first spot in the Atlantic. Because Tampa, they lost some people, they lost some pieces. Boston lost major pieces. So Florida has injuries for the first month of the season. So it becomes difficult then. Now you're looking at Buffalo and Ottawa to step up. Montreal's not even in the picture yet. Detroit probably didn't make enough, but people are trying to say that they're going to be a fun team to watch. I don't understand how when you don't really make any real signings there. So
Tell the people at home and me, because I don't know. Do they make moves in the NHL during the preseason, or is it like what you have going in is what you have?
No. Like free agency comes around on July 1st. Free agency is open.
So it's already over.
No, it's not over yet.
I mean, like the most of it's over.
Yeah. The big portion of it is over. But you know, there was still
and
trades happening.
Are there trades and
trades happen as well? That's where Erik Karlsson ended up coming over to Pittsburgh from a trade. You know, so there was big trades, there was big signings. The landscape is different, but there's certain teams that just look really good. Like the Dallas Stars look good. Seattle Kraken, I think they look good. But, I mean, Seattle's got to play against Edmonton. And Edmonton, did they make a step forward? They ended up losing Yamamoto, but they didn't bring in any other real big defensive pieces. And then Columbus, I think, is a sleeper this year. After the draft, with a healthy Patrick Laine and healthy American there, Johnny Gaudreau, along with the addition of Provorov, with Werenski, and now you just got who's the kid that just drafted is Fantilli as well.
You could just be saying words that have a lot of vowels at this point.
I'm just saying they look good. They look good. So this is going to be interesting. This is going to be an interesting.
What about
season.
the Avs? I've heard the Avs are going to be good.
The Avalanche are going to be good. The Avalanche are going to be good every season going forward right now for the next at least 4 seasons. I mean, Cale Makar, Mikko Rantanen, and Nathan McKinnon, how can you say anything bad against them? It's teams like Florida that you have to wonder about because a lot of them are going to be injured for that first month. So what kind of team are you going to have going out there?
One that's behind.
A little bit, yeah. But that they were used to it last season. I mean,
what about the Red Wings? The Red Wings going to do anything?
I don't think so. They lost Philip Zadina to San Jose Sharks. They ended up getting Alex DeBrincat out of Ottawa over to Detroit. Is that going to be
Is his brother the bracelet going to play?
You have to wonder to yourself, though, is that enough to get you over that hump? And so Steve Yzerman...
along to Chinkla. I mean, maybe that's the way, right?
Like Steve Yzerman has had a little bit of time now to build this team, right? And it's just
who?
Steve Yzerman,
Oh, he's the guy
the
for the Red
GM
Wings?
for the Red Wings. Yeah,
Oh, he used to play for them.
he used to play for them. He's a legend. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
he became the GM for the.
He's
Tampa
like
Bay
the John
Lightning.
Elway of NHL.
He became the general manager for the Tampa Bay Lightning and created what they are right now.
So
Really,
he's the Peyton Manning of that league.
yeah, I would say so. I mean, that's a good way to say it. Yeah, yeah. So he right now this is now what, his 4th or 5th year running the ship.
Yeah, so he's got to win or get out.
Well, they got to make the playoffs. But the thing is that you have Buffalo that got much better, and they're young. And you got Ottawa with new Korpisalo and also Tarasenko added on there as well. So it's like some teams got a little bit better there. Detroit's got to compete with that.
Is Detroit good enough if they just compete? Or do they have the pieces? They just got to win?
Compete for a wild card? I mean, I think they can, but you have to really. You're going to be fighting against Florida. You're going to be fighting against. So you have Florida. You're going to be fighting against Ottawa, and you're going to be fighting against Buffalo. It's like a 4-team race for 2 spots.
Does your Buffalo jersey still fit?
I have it downstairs. I haven't tried it on. That's going to be interesting. So I'm excited. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to actually see some of these games.
Okay,
so
quick question.
Football and hockey.
Pro football's on or preseason hockey? Which one do you watch?
No, we're going to watch pro football.
Okay.
Preseason hockey is just preseason, man. Come on.
I was about to cut this off.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even watch preseason football.
I know. So I was going to be like, if you were going to say I watch preseason hockey over a real football game,
No, that's silly.
man,
That's
I
silly.
got a lot of room for a lot of things.
Yeah. Like, I always feel bad for people to go to the preseason game for a live game. Because it's like,
Well, I mean, if you know what you're getting into, it's not bad.
yeah.
It's kind of fun, actually. If
Yeah.
you know what you're getting into,
Yeah, exactly.
right? It's
Like, for me, it's like, no, I want to see it while we're in full motion,
Yeah.
watching the thing.
yeah, I mean, it's full motion is just not good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just, it's a different, because the schemes are too complex
Man.
for the speed. You know what I mean?
All right. I wanted to bring this up here. This is my one-on-one question for you. This is something I noticed, okay? Seattle. Every time the Mariners have made the postseason, they have had a crazy run from July all the way up until the end of September.
Yeah.
And no different than, again, this season,
Yeah.
where they have just ran the table.
Yeah.
Do you think that Seattle gets at least to the ALCS championship this year?
Yeah. For sure.
You think so?
Yeah. If they stay healthy.
I think, and people have been dogging Teoscar Hernandez. I was trying to tell people that, Teo's the real deal. And only now they're starting to go, oh yeah, Teo's real good. It's like,
Teo was not the real deal until the trade deadline.
what are you talking about? That was last season he was traded.
No, till this trade deadline. He was terrible.
Oh, you mean up until then?
He was a defensive liability.
Yeah.
Didn't hit. He was hitting 206 or some terrible.
Something turned around. I told
Yeah,
you.
here's what it is. Here's what happened. I think he thought he was going to be traded, and that was in his head. As soon as the trade deadline went and he was here, took off. The guy's been amazing. He's on a 15-game hitting streak.
I know.
Longest of his career.
I know. And that's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh, he's been playing
I was
out
telling
of his
everybody,
mind.
and everybody's been dogging my boy
Because he's been
Teoscar.
playing like trash.
Well, he isn't now.
I'm a believer.
I'm telling you, July up until then, this is an interesting thing. Every time that they have made the postseason, their July up until September has been out of this world.
They're on fire.
So
They're clicking.
it's interesting.
They're
I
a little low, but they're just back to it.
think, and for me, I'm there going, I don't think the Jays make it this year.
Yeah.
I think we're half a game out, but
Injury bug's real rough for you.
it's real bad. And on top of that, I mean, Texas, unless Texas keeps on imploding like the way that they are right now.
Yeah. And Houston.
Well, Houston is kind of like 500 ball. It's like it's hard. They're on the same wave as
I don't know.
the Jays.
I think Texas exceeded their expectations, and they like
Well, that's it. Who saw Texas coming out
I think
of there?
they blew that wad early. Like I don't think they
Absolutely.
have enough gas to get to the end.
Yeah, but they're going to be interesting next season for sure.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Okay, you got your one-on-one question.
I do.
All right.
Okay, you just have to follow in this one. And you have to jump in the way back. The way back.
All right.
Think about Roman times.
Okay.
And setting morality aside.
Okay.
It's very important here. Okay. Who makes a better king of a Roman army or Roman Empire? Vince McMahon or Roger Goodell?
Oh no, Vince McMahon all day. Come on. Absolutely. I think Roger Goodell is vicious, but Vince McMahon will probably have you kissing somebody's butt so that you can make your money, like he's done in the WWE, controlling people. Do you think Roger Goodell can control people like Vince McMahon control people?
You think it doesn't happen in boardrooms?
Yeah.
You think Roger's ever had someone strip a suit off and stay? Vince does stuff on camera. You think Roger's ever done some crazy shit in a boardroom?
I'm sure, but Vince did it on camera. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so you could do it under the cover at night, but are you going to do it in front of everybody? You know, like
with a more powerful person.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, what's more powerful? Doing it not like doing it in front of 10 people, but it's a more powerful person, or doing it like to a 27-year-old kid on national TV?
Let me give you the flip side of this. So in a Japanese concentration camp, the Japanese guards would kill one of the new prisoners to show dominancy.
Yeah.
So by saying that exact same thing, Vince McMahon probably would execute somebody in order to prove dominancy.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean,
and not sit there and say, "Oh no, it's like some other organization." No. He'll claim that. That's why I think he'd be more vicious. But he'd also be the first one to be murdered, I think, as well.
I was gonna say, I think if you put them both in the map, though, I think that Roger wins. I think standalone it's Vince, but I think if they're both there, I think Roger beats him.
Oh my gosh, this was a great episode. And with that, we have come to the end.
Remember, kids, be good or be good at it.
Righto.